Escúchenlos, son los hijos de la noche. Qué hermosa música componen. Listen to them, children of the night. What music they make. Hey guys, how are you guys doing? This is Frank the Vamp with another edition of Horror Film Classics. Today we're talking 1931 Dracula. No, not that one. Not Bela Lugosi's. Did you guys know? Because it took me a while after becoming a horror fan that the 1931 version of Dracula, yes, Bela Lugosi's masterpiece, with his Hungarian accent, such an awesome hit, and making vampires, forever how they're gonna be speaking and looking and acting and kind of putting an imprint of what a vampire should be like. Had a Spanish version, yeah. You see Universal Studios were releasing foreign language versions of the films. They actually were shooting films at the same time to save money. You reusing some of the same sets, using the same story, but you doing it in Spanish, Italian, French, for the European market. And wow, I am blown away by the Spanish version of Dracula because if you have heard about it and read about it, some people actually say that the Spanish version of Dracula is superior to the American version, if you can believe it. So, let's dig in and bite into this argument and see how much we can get out of it. So, 1931. This time directed by a non-Spanish speaker, George Melford. So communicating with the cast through, translators and stuff. So you would think that something was lost in translation, right? But legend has it that the actor playing Dracula, which was Carlos Villarias. He was supposed to. He was the only one allowed to see the shots of the version played that day, which was Lugosi's. And him and the whole cast, they all tried to outdo him. They weren't just content enough to say, okay, well, let's just go through the motions and let's just copy. No, they tried to make it better, and a lot of people say they did. The story runs, kind of the same, but it's of longer running time, gives you actually a better explanation and more insight to the characters, which already awesomely makes it really good. The One of the things that I really like about the Spanish version is that it's actually better shot. A beautiful, the beginning where when Dracula is found, and you see the still version in the American version of the shot of the staircase. Now this is like a running shot, ascending the staircase and seeing Dracula's face. They technically did a better job, with the lighting, with the special effects and shooting techniques is fantastic. Another thing that the Spaniards did better, definitely, was the movie is actually more gory and more risque, if you will say. The American actress there, playing Mina, it's basically not showing much skin, but the Spanish actress, man, she's got like a B cut there, and you can see something there. I mean, like there's, and mind you, this is 1931. It's also the biting scenes, everything looks more hardcore ish, as 1931 would allow, being for a more open minded, risque market. And that's kind of neato. Once again, topping what the American version was doing. another, so being more risque, being longer, being that one thing that I cannot really say that it was better was Bela Lugosi, and this all came up, by the way, that my review came up because we I had a discussion with Grumpy Andrew, and an awesome UK reviewer. I'll put a link to his review of Dracula, Spanish version. That's what inspired me to do one. He asked me that what would be he wanted to know what a Spanish speaking perspective would be to see Dracula. So after watching it, I can really say that there's not much that I didn't that I'm going to say that he said. It's pretty much a lot of the observations that he made. I'm making myself. There's one thing that I could say by listening to the Spanish dialogue. The Spanish actors, Spanish is a language where it's actually it's so diverse. Um, if you just speak English and you just hear Spanish, to you it might sound the same, but no, I mean it's Spanish. I mean, just like English, I believe, but I think Spanish is probably broader. We have, like, I would say, somewhere between 30 to 50 accents of the English language, and you can go from country to country, and English will be spoken. I mean, Spanish will be spoken differently. Of the Spanish language. So if you're in Spain, you will certainly speak differently than a person in Venezuela, and persons for Colombia wouldn't speak the same as person from Venezuela or Cuba or Puerto Rico or any of those, or Nicaragua or Costa Rica or El Salvador or Honduras or Chile or Argentina, and everybody like speaks differently, and it's really weird. Not like, I guess you could kind of equal that to the fact that in America, I guess people from Australia would speak it different, people from the UK would speak it differently. It's just like it. So it's really the way that it was made, Dracula. I don't know if it was made on purpose because some information is lost. But to me, the Spanish actors, which naturally they tend the way to speak really fast, and their accent particularly tough to understand sometimes for other Latin Americans. So what I heard is that they actually enunciate a lot, perhaps some of the theater knowledge that they have. So the way they say their lines actually very clear Spanish. Very, they really like punctuate their vowels. They're doing everything. That the way that the actor says, escúchenlos, son los hijos de la noche, que hermosa música componen. It's so theatrical, so awesome, and so clear. Like any Spanish speaker, be able to understand that, to the dot, no matter what your accent is like. So they try to enunciate for the whole broad Spanish market, I believe, not just to Spaniards. So really, really, beautifully done. But the once again, sorry, I'm deviating. So that was one of the differences that I heard. But the trump card, why I still believe that the American version is better. I believe it is because of Bela Lugosi. Bela Lugosi, his eyes, his demeanor, his hypnotic look, the way that he brought it, it was is amazing, and no one can beat that. The Spanish actor, he did a great job playing Dracula, and he is really spooky. His eyes are spooky, but they're spooky in a monster-like type of way. Meanwhile, Bela Lugosi is just timeless. It's just like not just scary because he's monster-like. He's scary because he can blend in. he can be this gentleman, aristocrat that can fit in society and fool people into his spell, kind of like really cool. That's what I think that it's missing on the Spanish version. Um, and I still like Rainfield better also in the English version. Um, but for I will say this is really a must watch, guys. I mean, if you enjoyed um, the English 1931 version of Dracula, you certainly will enjoy this. I'm gonna give this a solid A, man. It's a solid A. It's beautiful. The original 1931 Dracula with Bela Lugosi gets an A plus. They're just so close. In some ways, it's superior to the Spanish version, but in the acting, I think that's what makes a difference. That it's just Lugosi can never be outdone, man. Anyways, one more day for horror month before it ends. Be blessed. Take care, and expect one or two more films reviewed before this ends, included something very spooky. Take care, be blessed, and don't let vampires bite. Subscribe. Adios, amigos.